Okay, almost ready. What's going on, what is it, Enzo and, Vegan VR King, how you doing? I stayed up, too late watching anime I shouldn't have, but, no working out today, can't work out, not enough energy. Oh shit. I do know I'm gonna have these vitamins. I drink at least 5 bottles of water today, and probably no junk food, not even a little bit. Everything's gotta be healthy, including my breakfast. I'm about to get. There's something somebody just sent to me that I found really bad. It's about exclusives and how people portray them. I will be looking at some reaction videos because it's something I don't do that I wish I could. I never have the time, but at least we can look at some of these videos together. We also might look at some Xbox videos today, but of course, this is the PlayStation Legion live chat, so the majority of the time we're going to be chatting together. So my eyes will probably be glued to the chat. Again, I got to get out of here at 1 o'clock. It's 10:30 now, so I'm going to make sure that I spend this time with you guys wisely and get everything else done I need to do. What's going on, Somatic? I'm going to hop in the chat in a little bit. Yeah, so, first of all, there's a video that I watched, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to either... I don't need to send the video, it's the audio that really matters. It's just a fucking douchebag talking about what he believes to be the console war, and how bad it is to have a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Of course, we want to make sure everybody can get this info, so let's wait for at least 20 people before I play this video, so I don't have to play it multiple times, which I will anyway. But let's see if we can get at least 20 people up in here. So I've been editing, I've been creating, as you can see, the starting soon video, which I've always wanted to have one. I didn't have to pay anybody, I just made it. I also have another video that I will start putting on Twitter right before I go live, to let you guys know that yes, I'll be going live at a certain amount of time. And I see people review that and like that, so this stuff is working, and I want to make sure it works. YouTube doesn't help me out. YouTube doesn't help a lot of other people out when we're about to go live. So I have to do it manually, or hopefully we can all be on sync one day, the rest of the PlayStation Legion, and we all can say, hey, motherfuckers, we about to go live. Get over there at on JaytechTV YouTube channel, so y'all can see what's going down, or hear what's going down. So okay, you're live with the live chat. So remember, this Saturday coming up, if nothing happens with my family, like if they don't call and say, hey, they want me to, we gotta go visit and see the baby and shit, I will be over at King Thrash's YouTube channel for the interview. So a PlayStation Legion podcast will be posted that evening. That podcast will be 100% The Last of Us related. But if you wanted a podcast that would take place, let's say at 1 o'clock, that won't happen, because I'll be over there on Thrash's channel doing the interview. So I will be doing gameplay on the first day of the impressions. I will get home around 12 something on going into like early mornings of Friday. I was thinking about doing a live stream at that time. What I might do is I might do a live stream, but it might be on Twitch. If you don't get a notification that I'm going to do one on Twitch that day, and that will be Thursday, then I will let you guys know. Other than that, when I wake up on Friday morning, that's when I will be doing a live stream, and it will roughly be 10 in the morning or 10:30. Like today, I woke up a little bit late, so we did it at 10:30. Other times, if I'm waking up on time, we'll be doing the live streams at 10. Again, I apologize if this is any inconvenience, but I find this is a little bit better for me to do live streams. We have all the bells and whistles. We got the the number of how many people are here. We got the starting screen. I'm trying my best with everything to make sure it is as professional as I believe it should be, heading into 9,000 subscribers. And as you see, the more subscribers that we get, the better the shit gets. And that was my promise to you guys since last year. With more support, you will see the channel evolve. And it's not just paid support. It's literally knowing that people are watching, knowing that people give a fuck about what me and the rest of the PlayStation Legion have been trying to do for many years. Give the news in an unbiased way, and no fucking rumors. Like, no rumors and lies. Like, none of that shit. So, let me make sure that they got that information over on Twitter. Let me confirm that. I'm going to also put this information on the community section on my YouTube page. And again, for the people that are here, I want to thank you guys. Somatic, I'm diving in a Discord right now, so I'll be over there real soon. It seems like we did hit a milestone. We're now at 8,000.94. So we were at 8,000.93 for a long time. Once we get to 8,000.95, we will officially be 50 subscribers away from getting 9,000 subscribers. And that's a big fucking deal to me. This is the 9th year that I've been making videos on this channel. If you really want to say anything, it was pretty much, this is the 8th year, but, you know, as far as this channel being up, the first video was posted in 2011. This would be the 9th year. So, for me to be at 9,000 subscribers by the end of this year will be a big deal to me. That means I'm on track on being like 1,000 each year, even if it wasn't really true. But you know what I'm saying. 9 years, 9,000. I find that amazing. That's a lot of people have been around for a lot longer than that and have not been able to reach that number. But knowing that I know you guys, knowing that I've talked to you guys, it matters more. Because, you know, we have real engagement. That's all that matters. Okay, so I'm letting the PlayStation Legion public Discord know that I put a link. You guys feel free to share the link that we're live. You don't have to be afraid to let other people know that we're live. And we are having gaming discussions. Get that one out the way. It looks like we got 15 people. Somebody, you said you're in a Discord. Let me hop in there real quick. Yeah, Somatic's over there. I sent Somatic the video. I do content. I don't know how much of an influencer I am, but if I do retweet stuff, I do see a lot of people will look at it and like it or retweet it, and Twitter lets me know that. So, influencer, I don't want to say, because I don't have direct content with Sony. I don't have direct content with PlayStation. They don't give me codes to influence a game. I play what I want. It could be a multiplayer, it could be an indie game, it could be exclusive. It is what it is. I'm a gamer. I've always been a gamer. Nobody controls my actions. Again, if I wanted to go out and get a Switch any day, I probably would. But I would have a reason to do so. So I don't want to say influencer, but you know, people do ask me questions like, hey, do you know when this is happening? Do you have any impressions on this? What are your opinions on this video? What are your opinions on this breaking news? So, you know, hey man, if you got ask me that stuff, I will gladly give you my opinions. So, I woke up this morning, I checked my Twitter, I looked at my notifications, and there was somebody, they say they were following me, but, you know, hey, I checked their channel, they were following me, they asked me a question, like, what are your thoughts on this video? I clicked the video, it took me to a TikTok video. I thought it was going to be a troll video. I thought it was going to be like a singing video or some shit, but it wasn't. It had music in it, but it wasn't. And the person was just talking about Sony being bad because they have exclusives on PS5 that won't be on PS4, and how you should be worried and upset about that. And I'm really confused. I don't know how I can be worried or upset about something that's happened every generation. I mean, you could not play your N64 games on your Super NES, and you could not play your GameCube games on your the N64. You could not play your Wii games on your what is it? You couldn't play your Wii games on the GameCube. And to my knowledge, you could not play your Wii U games on the Wii. So, and I'm talking about the physical media, backwards compatibility, or forwards compatibility. Sorry, it's weird. It's weird that Xbox fans are trying to make it seem like it's something normal. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. What's going on, Enzo? It makes no fucking sense. Okay, let me drink the first bottle of water. Okay. Getting the laptop set up. Just about to sit in a chair, go over this video. Find my phone. Okay, we got 21 people here. I want to thank you guys for joining. I know it's early in the morning. Let's play this video, and I want to know what your thoughts are. I was asked my thoughts early in the fucking morning. I'm going to give you my exact thoughts to the individual. Let me see. I mean, I don't really, yeah, he's following me, but he made an account this year. But I don't know the dude. That's all I know. I don't know the dude, but I'm looking at his channel, his Twitter page. It seems like he's on the casual side. But he asked me these thoughts. It was like, fucking, what time was it? He sent me this video at 9:26. I woke up and saw it 42 minutes ago and gave him my thoughts. I said, this is the dumbest video I've ever watched. That's what my thoughts were. So then I edited the video and I reposted it. I don't know. They sent me that information. There we go. Okay, so I did repost the video. I tagged Sick Humor, J-Dub, OBJ, Miss Lady Sugar, Thrash, and Jabari. Because it was such a dumb video, I'm hoping it makes its rounds through the community, the thought process of the Xbox community. But of course, you guys want to hear that, so again, I recorded on my phone. EA dropped some information about Star Wars. We're gonna go take a look at that. You guys know the drill. Again, good morning to everybody. Freestyler, good morning. I haven't saw you in a while. I do remember you. The Dead Giraffe, good morning to you. Somatic, I'm about to jump into Discord. Heath Stevens, good morning to you. Of course, I already said good morning to Vegan and Enzo. Thank you guys for continuously being a member. Anybody who wants to join the channel, you can join right now. It is at the cheapest price that the PlayStation Legion can pick. If we could have picked 50 cents, we would have picked 50 cents. But the price that it's at, I think it's either $1 or it's $1.99. But it was the cheapest we could find. All of our tiers are the cheapest. I think when we made the members, when we all talked, we were making the tiers of the members, we made sure, and this was before the corona, that it was cheap. We didn't want to feel like we were inconvenience anybody if they wanted to become a member. Even if you give super chat donations, as you guys know, you do not have to give 10. You don't even have to do $5. We read $1 super chats. We read all of the super chats. You can start giving 50 cents if you really want it. We're still gonna read it. But that's just how we do that shit over here. Okay, we're still sitting at 20.
Sony just released a statement that pretty much stated that there will be PlayStation 5 exclusives. Now, why is that a bad thing? That means Sony's going to be exclusively building on the PlayStation 5 platform. Games that are going to be released are not going to be released for other older generations. In my opinion, this is kind of messed up because this just eliminated a lot of PlayStation 4 players from playing the newer games. Not everybody has the money to buy a PlayStation 5 out the gates. Xbox, however, is actually going to be doing the complete opposite. They're going to be building on the entire Xbox series. That means that Xbox One players will be able to still play the Xbox Series X games. And Microsoft has announced that they will not be releasing any specific titles for the Xbox Series X without including the Xbox One as well as even the Xbox 360. Let me know which system you're going to pick up about. Sony just released a statement that pretty much...
Okay, so I hope you guys heard it. I don't know how clear it was, but he's basically saying it's bad news for us. He goes into the video and says, "Hey, Sony is making PS5 exclusives that won't be available on their older systems." And then he goes in to brag about Microsoft making games that are available on Xbox One and 360. But he was lying so much on the first statement, he went deeper into a lie on the second statement. Xbox One games, Xbox Series X games are not available on the 360. But he did say that at the end. He said that, you know, Xbox, he said Xbox Series X games will be available on Xbox One and even the Xbox 360. When he said that, actually before he even started talking good about Xbox, I already knew the video was bullshit. For him to pretend like exclusives is such a negative thing, such a bad thing. See, first of all, people, they don't like exclusives because they can't play the games. Then they don't like exclusives because it makes their competitor, the system of their choice look bad. So there are two things about exclusives. They want them, and they don't want them to have the impact that they have. And it's really sad. I've studied this type of stuff almost 5 fucking years dealing with port beggars, and it's just fucking sad. I've never saw anything like that. I've never saw any like this amount of port begging ever, and just demonization of exclusives in general. But Nintendo can sit over there on the sidelines and not be affected by this when they have more exclusives than anybody else. But they're not required to put all their games on PC. They're not required to put all their games on Xbox. This is live chat, so obviously I want to know your opinions. Let me read down, scroll down here. I'm going to hop in Discord finally. Let me hop in there. I see my boy Briggs in there. Briggington.
Naughty Dog took a page
Motherfucking Brig.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Run. Everybody run. Goddamn. This guy's in here.
Shut the fuck up.
I
gotta hydrate the fuck right now, bro.
No, but I saw that video, man. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't sustain that kind of idiocy for that long.
Let me see the chat. Let me read the chat. Are we having a problem in the chat? It seemed like somebody just got deleted.
Who? Peter Pan?
What's going on, EGK? What's going on, bro? I have not been able to compliment you on your profile picture. I think a lot of people don't understand that I see your profile picture a lot. It might be small, but I can make out, and I see it's Star Wars related. So, nice profile picture. Again, you guys know I've been editing and customizing logos and videos and shit like that. So, if you need one of those shits, let me know. I'm doing a free one for everybody that I don't fucking know. Like, if I'm cool with you and I find the time and I feel I can do that and do what you ask, I do it. Of course, you guys know I got videos I've been creating, starting screens.
Jay, I want to ask you for are you going to do anything special before The Last of Us comes out that day of? Like special dedicated?
I didn't have anything planned. So,
do you know what's been
we gotta see how it goes, but I don't have anything planned because I got work all this week. I gotta make this money, I've been off.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. I'm just saying for your 10:30 when you do your podcast earlier, would you do something?
We can look at the countdown and talk about some good times, or possibly play the game itself. Which I do want to do a second playthrough of the Survivor mode, but I don't know how successful I will be.
I should just play and enjoy it.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that maybe I shouldn't do Survivor mode and I should just play it on normal.
Man, just play. Yeah, just play on normal. Play as is. Ain't no point of doing that.
Yeah, I know. I don't that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that they don't require you to do grounded or hard to get the platinum this time around. I mean, we got a lot of news to talk about today, guys. News doesn't stop. Nickum, I see that you said this dude. You said F-O Gen. This is also Nickum. He said F-O Gen gamers. If you can't upgrade to F and bad, this isn't new though.
The Last of Us 2 has a
Okay, I don't
story
know who
that
you
is worth experiencing.
EGK
It
said
shows a
face
level of
palm.
maturity
What's
and
going on,
pacing
Dribble
that
Piss?
only
What's
works
going
in
on, buddy?
literature, film, and
What?
now a
His
game
name is
like
Dribble
this.
Piss.
You
What's
know, it's a
going on,
time
buddy?
when
How you doing this morning? Yep.
That's illegal.
Saw it last gen.
It's refreshing to see a pregnant
Moving
pause in
into the
dialogue
future.
and
Again,
expression.
a lot of people feel
None of
that
it
way.
feels forced,
Why would they
nor
show
does
off
it
new
come with
consoles if so many
pretension.
people
What it does
weren't ready
instead
for
is it
them?
makes these characters
You know,
look
they
like
see
real
this shit all the
people, not
time.
actors
People are
in a
ready
video game.
for
You
next
guys
gen.
remember the
Umar,
original
you
Resident
said,
Evil's acting? Yes,
what
classic.
show
Well,
makes
imagine
games
that,
held
but the
back
opposite. That's
by
what Last of Us 2 is. It's the
the
complete opposite of the
PS4?
acting of
Exactly.
Resident Evil. The
They shouldn't do
gameplay
that.
feels
Oh,
familiar
you
for
said
those who have played the original game.
what Sony
Choices
shouldn't
can be made
do
between
that.
approaching
Okay.
enemies with
No one
stealth,
is telling
making a
you
lot of noise and getting those clickers
to
riled up enough to charge
upgrade.
or the enemy.
Exactly, like Sony's not telling you to
not have
upgrade.
limited ammo.
They're giving you that option.
Will last forever. So it's a constant
But
balance.
it's not forced
when to
upon
fight, when to sneak, or just outright.
you. You know, it's not
avoid
something that's
the
forced
situation.
upon you.
I'm a paranoid player. I would
What
never
about
feel
my
safe in an
profile picture?
environment until
Yeah, I
everyone
see the booty
pretended it
cheeks,
was
bro. I
related.
saw the booty cheeks
But
for a
there were
while.
instances where I just wanted to get through an area
Yeah, I
and get
saw
the
the
hell
booty
out of
cheeks for a
there.
while.
No thanks to the brilliant audio design that I'll talk about later. The Last of Us 2 introduces new gameplay elements and puzzle styles that are a welcome addition to the familiar gameplay I talked about before.
Okay,
Some of these have been
freestyler.
seen in
Witcher 3 is one of the
videos.
best games in my
Ellie can
opinion.
jump
No, it's
now,
not.
so traversing
In your
environments
opinion, yes.
actually
In your
benefits
head,
from
no. You know what? Let me respect your opinion.
You can
Yes,
also
in your
swim across
opinion,
chasms
yes,
again,
it probably
much
is.
like
But
Nathan Drake
to the
does
rest of
in
the world, it
Uncharted.
is not one of the
This
best games out there.
cross-pollination of game mechanics felt
If
natural.
anybody else
Last
thinks
of
that's
Us 2
like one of the best, you
environments
gotta
feel
go play
much
some other
larger
games.
than
There's a
game.
lot of games out here.
One might even
Witcher
say that
3,
it's
It
I
does have a
played.
lot of game of it. It does have the
I
most
played
game of the
Witcher
year.
3
No,
day
not
one,
GTA
unboxed the
or
physical
Red Dead
edition day
Redemption
one. I was
guys,
not
but still,
impressed by that
there are
game.
some elements to the game
Like,
that
Somatic
feel
can
so
tell you,
real
I played that shit
that you'll
for
kind of get
roughly a
little
total
lost
of
if you
less
don't.
than
If you're a
5
completionist,
hours,
you're gonna feel a little
and I
bit
think I
overwhelmed
traded that
because
shit
there's
right
so
back
much to look
in.
at and so much that you can't keep
I was
up
really
and still
disappointed with
enjoy.
Witcher.
With
The
the added
hype that
jumping
that
and
game
climb
had,
option,
it didn't even live up to something like Red Dead, which I saw amazing visuals as soon as I played it. I played it for a long time. Somatic knows that. Even when it came to a game that Somatic dropped off first, and that was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I played that shit for hours and hours, live streamed it for hours. I tried my hardest to like that game. You know, but that's just how it is sometimes. Some people make some shitty ass games, but you find out later. Witcher 3, I found out that was a shitty game in my opinion right off the bat, and it got traded in. I was bro. No, it was outdated when it came out. Remember, the following year, Uncharted 4 came out and blew that game out the water, bro. Like, Witcher 3 is overrated, in my opinion. What's going on, Stealth Kill? How you doing, man? Witcher 3. My problem with Witcher 3 is I'm getting dropped into the third installment. It has a 3 at the end of the name, and they refuse to do a remaster. They refuse to do a remake of Witcher 1 and 2. Please don't tell me there's nothing wrong with that. Even Sony is doing a remake to games like Demon's Souls. So why can't CD Projekt Red give us a remaster or a remake to the first 2 Witchers? Once they do that shit, maybe I can understand the story and have a respect for the game despite the visuals. But as of right now, I can't really respect that game being dropped into a third installment not knowing shit about it. Even after watching the Netflix film, I still feel I don't know enough about the lore and the characters in the
Black
video.
Ranger? Not spelled the devil.
Huh?
No, I was talking.
Talking to you next.
Yeah. Hey, that's illegal, sir.
Like I said before, people who have played...
I don't know about Cyberpunk, bro. First of all, we need more gameplay.
I gotta be honest, I don't have no interest in it.
Yeah, first of all, we need more gameplay. And to be honest, I know they're not gonna do it, but they need to drop a demo. Cause I need to get an impression of how that shit's gonna play. First and third, I don't plan on buying that game and playing it on the PS4 anyway, because I know that they couldn't deliver The Witcher on the PS4. So what makes you think they can deliver the Cyberpunk game on the PS4? That's why they kept fucking delaying it. They're delaying it enough so they can be a next-gen title at launch. So there you go with that.
They have a lot of accessibility, though. You could go everywhere.
I just can't believe that dude up there talking like that.
But it also introduces
Was that a YouTube channel or?
as well as natural in their application. One of them in particular made me claim, "Oh, I can do that."
Was that a YouTube
No,
channel?
it's a TikTok video somebody sent me on Twitter.
It was also far from the only time this game caused me to spit out
Fatal was in the building making cereal chips.
how it handled certain situations. I specifically remember saying, no, they're not actually doing that. Holy shit, they're actually doing that. While exploring the area of the last week, I sent a text to one of our riders that said, PS5 can wait. It was a joke based on how absolutely phenomenal it looks. By now, Naughty Dog has probably learned the ins and outs of the PS4, so it's no surprise to see this level of detail, given how amazing Uncharted 4 looks. But still, a current generation game should not give recent previews of next-gen consoles a run for their money. And there are times that The Last of Us did just that. Beautiful environments are...
Okay, let's break down the news. I'm gonna go head off to... I mean, let me just talk about some shit that I don't want to talk about, but it is, we gotta do it. So Nintendo dominated the UK chart, and that's because it's no challenging game. Like, there's no new games coming out. So I mean, I guess that makes a lot of sense. So, you know, Mario Kart 8 is at the #1 top seller in the UK for the previous week. So that gives you an idea that there's nothing out right now for people to buy. That Nintendo, I believe, has 3 or 4 exclusives. Grand Theft Auto, FIFA, Call of Duty are in that category on that chart. Yeah, it's a boring chart. We did keep a promise that we were going to keep our eyes. Briggs, have you guys kept your eyes on Metacritic just in case the scores change? Because we're going to have to open a page for that. We're going to have to also make sure we open a page for probably N4G and DualShockers.
There are many examples out there that showcase why sound design in games just as crucial as
Hey, somebody, you were here when we were talking about the drama between Jason Schreier and Corey and Near Druckmann, right?
This is what I was referring to earlier. Sometimes just hearing the unnatural sounds.
Okay. Briggs, where are you?
Take all the bravado from my
Talking to my own foot?
and turn it into do whatever the hell you need to exit this place as quick as possible. What makes the enemies in The Last of Us so unique and terrifying is that Phase 2 infected scream as if they are suffering. They aren't grunting for effect, they are screaming and crying, which makes them far more terrifying than a boring, exhausting zombie. Similarly, the clicker's throaty, audible, and mode comes from
okay, no interesting gaming news at all.
Thus, it sounds like an expression
News cycle is probably just starting, but
formulate words.
let's see.
These are the things
What do we got?
you think about as you draw
PS5 is
down
still
dimly-lit
dominating the
hallways
news
and
cycle,
terrifying
however.
sounds from an unseen location.
A lot of people are
Bravo,
still talking
sound
about
team
it.
at Naughty Dog. Bravo for scaring the hell out of me.
Okay, so it looks like the new Star Wars Squadrons
Voice work
is
takes us back to pacing.
gonna be,
Pacing isn't necessarily credited.
it's gonna have
only to voice
PSVR
talent.
support
After all, a director
and some
expects
other
an
shit
actor
going
to practice
down.
on how to deliver lines. But a great voice actor knows how to deliver a line
A lot of
with weight,
fucking game
particularly
news
when
right
that
now.
is so crucial. Appropriately.
Nobody really wants
The
to
Last
go
of Us 2 has so
after.
many moments for that degree, and
Nobody wants to go after what PlayStation did, but
So what did that dude makes a bunch of videos? Is that the only video he got?
I don't know.
So-
I'm not a TikToker. That video was it was a TikTok link sent to me on Twitter of that person, and somebody wanted to know what my thoughts are.
Even when joking,
So I don't even have TikTok on my phone, so I don't know anything about that guy. I've never watched any video. I don't even know his name. But somebody sent me the video. They thought that they wanted to hear my opinions, and my opinions is that's probably the dumbest video I ever saw.
it's too early to tell.
I mean,
There's a lot of games
you're
that are
mad at
still
Sony
but
because they're
folks
not
will be adding
making
this
their new games for their old
There's
system.
no question.
Like, who does that?
It's clear
Could you put
that
all
this
your, like, could you put your Dreamcast games and your Sega Genesis?
and it shows
Is
place
like,
of experts
no,
have
you
generated
couldn't, bro. You could not play it on the last generation. That's why they're making a new generation. They're gonna do what the last generation couldn't do.
Because it is a thing that is
Even if you feel, in your opinion, that it's a small jump, well, that's your fucking opinion. Look at the development of it. It might be a huge jump. It might
But Jay, my
completely be
thing is, he
impossible to
says
put these
people.
games on older systems.
He says people who has the PS4 aren't gonna have enough to fork up the money to get a PS5. But that's funny how.
Well, that's the case in every generation.
No, hold on, wait. But yet they had the money to fork up to get the PS4. So why wouldn't they have it to get the PS5 at the same time? I don't know why he generalized it like that.
Just to demonize the PlayStation brand, basically. That's that fear factor they always try to invoke. After what happened with the PS3, they dream of another time when PlayStation will charge $600 because they know if they charge $600, they'd be defeated. But let's be 100% honest. The PS3 outsold the Xbox 360 at the end of the gen. And it was a $600 system with not a very well thought out online infrastructure at the beginning. Didn't have a huge or a very celebrated launch lineup. It was a lot of features that were missing that were added. You know, there were a lot of exclusives that were added by the end of the gen. I mean, they fought their way back to the top. Fought their way back to the top. Fucking like hell. What do you say, Samak, about your neck?
No, I was asking Briggs to send me a link, but no, that guy, he doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm pretty sure the people who want to play the games are going to do what they can to play the games on the PS5. That's just a stupid statement. Why do they always go back to that?
Let's listen to that video again so you guys can get an idea for whoever didn't catch it. We'll play it about 5 more times just so you guys can hear.
No, it's too stupid.
I love that motherfuckers up here. So I told people I was making a logo, and then one of the people to follow me, he was like, hey, I need a samurai logo. Okay, he's directly talking to me. All these scam artists on Twitter come out of nowhere. Oh, I'm a graphic designer. I do this, I do this. They're following more people than people are following them. And I see them, they're up here talking about, oh, I'll charge you $50 for a professional grade logo. I'll charge you $100. Motherfucker, I'm doing logos for free. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, come on, man. You can't beat free. You can't beat free, man. Can you beat free? I don't know. I mean, would you rather pay $50 for that shit I made for you yesterday, or just get it for free?
Optimus Prime can be free. So
God damn, bro. Just fucking vultures.
Fucking Golgers.
And another thing I don't like about some of the graphic designers, this is why I do free logos, is because I found out a lot of them use other graphic designers' logos and they promote it as work that they've done. And it's so disgusting. Because when you do pay these individuals, and I fell prey to this a few times, you will see that, oh, motherfucker, you don't have the skills of that work that you were promoting. And then I did a lot of research before I made the decision to start doing free logos. That's why I do free logos, because it was so disgusting that I dig deep into one individual and they admitted that was not their work, that was a promotion of their services. How can you promote somebody else's work as the services that you can provide? I know that the services I provide are not probably the best. It's not the best logos, but every logo I've done for somebody, they're all happy with that shit. Why? Well, because it's free. You know, I'm not saying that my work is shit, but, you know, I've done a lot of stuff using this app. A lot of shit just with the skills that I've been acquiring over the last couple years being on YouTube. And again, I just wanted to give back to the people that give back to me, you know, people that watch me, the people that comment, people that say good morning or how you doing. They say hi to the chat, they say hi to me. You know, you guys deserve a lot, as much as I can give, outside of the news and talking to Somatic about his hairline. Rainer.
Whoa, that's illegal. Imperceptive.
On foot.
Perceptive, very perceptive.
I think that if they show Halo Forza enhanced version of Gears, I won't give a fuck about that event. Huh?
For everybody. I thought you was going to play the video for everybody.
I am. I'm just scrolling down to see if I needed to look at my foot again. And that doesn't seem like
what you're saying is highly illegal, but highly contained.
Okay. Where's the fucking video? Hold on, somebody.
Just go in your history.
Lost the video. Oh shit.
So guys being a soda head.
No, I knew it. I found it was somewhere. I'm just.
That means Sony's gonna be about.
Okay. Okay, here, everybody, listen up. Hey, Briggs, are you there? Briggs, wake up. Okay, Briggs is finding Brian right now. Okay, listen to this video.
About. Sony just released a statement that pretty much stated that there will be PlayStation 5 exclusives. Now, why is that a bad thing? That means Sony's going to be exclusively building on the PlayStation 5 platform. Games that are going to be released are not going to be released for other older generations. In my opinion, this is kind of messed up because this just eliminated a lot of PlayStation 4 players from playing the newer games. Not everybody has the money to buy a PlayStation 5 out the gates. Xbox, however, is actually going to be doing the complete opposite. They're going to be building on the entire Xbox series. That means that Xbox One players will be able to still play the Xbox Series X games. And Microsoft has announced that they will not be releasing any specific titles for the Xbox Series X without including the Xbox One as well as even the Xbox 360. Let me know which system you're going to pick up about. Sony just released a statement that
Okay, so you guys heard that stupid shit. What's going on, Ice Queen? What's going on, Harry? How you doing this morning? Again, both of you guys, if you need any logos, I see Harry. It seems like he's sporting a horse logo. Ice Queen. There's a lot of avatars dealing with ice and female avatars that I got. So if you feel that you need a logo, get in contact with me. Give me the details, the name, 2 colors, and an avatar that would describe you as best as you can. And that goes for anybody. Daz, how you doing, man? I made you that avatar. That's some fine work. I think I did. Pretty dope ass job. It's a panther with some ninja aspects to it. How you doing, man? So yeah, a lot of people think exclusives are bad. It's not just the PC community. It's Xbox people that are jumping on this bandwagon that exclusives are bad because now you can't stay behind on the generation. Look, I think that we all know you will probably still have Call of Duties and Maddens and Need for Speeds that are cross-gen. Assassin's Creed will be cross-gen. Even some of the timed exclusives like Kenna, which I thought was only going to be on PS5. Kenna is on PC day and date, and it will also be on the PS4 day and date. So I don't want to hear that you're going to be forced to buy a PS5. There will be games. However, the Sony first-party lineup will not be available for the PS4. Because, again, it makes no sense to do that when you're trying to sell new hardware. If you just make everything for the old hardware, why would you even make the new hardware? Because nobody's going to buy it. They'll just stay behind, buy the games. That's what exclusives are for. Exclusives are to show off the new hardware and to entice you enough to go out and buy it. And the majority of the time, as we all know, it works. Even if you have a competing hardware or a system that is a competitor to the PlayStation brand, PlayStation has exclusives that are so fucking amazing that it makes those individuals on other platforms want those games. Of course, that's what we call port beggars. We don't really call them port beggars if they have the intent to go out and buy that PS4, buy the PS4 for that game. But when they refuse to buy a PlayStation system and they believe that Sony, for some whatever reason, they just need to put those games on their platform of choice, that's when I start calling them port beggars. It's a very selfish thing to do, that you would want everything on one platform. I don't want Nintendo to put their games on Sony systems. I don't. That's what makes Nintendo Nintendo. They have exclusives. Mario, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Pokemon, Zelda. They have games out the fucking ass. PlayStation has games out the fucking ass. We got God of War. We got Infamous. We got Uncharted. We got Little Big Planet. We got Fat Princess, Ratchet and Clank, Gran Turismo, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, Shadow of the Colossus. And I believe I said Spider-Man, Concrete Genie, The Order
Don't forget
1886,
Basketball Dunker.
Basketball Dunker, rated R. We got a lot of games. If you really want to go back in the history, every generation, PlayStation had a different wave of exclusives. God of War came out during the PS2 generation. Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper was also PS2 generation by 3 different types of developers. I mean, that's just how it fucking was. You need exclusives to sell hardware. You can't demonize that. But it feels that Xbox fans really like doing that. And I don't know why. It's rated R, by the way. Somatic. It's that time, buddy. It's time to
What up, Jay Apposite?
It's time to wake the fuck up. It's that time.
No, I was having a conversation about apposites.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what apposites is, but
So, are you going to tell the fans, the people watching, the new infected monster, the news you got?
No, we're not. We're not gonna do that. We're not doing that today.
Oh, come on! It's very good, man. Right?
No.
Damn it! It's Carmen.
Let's go, fellas.
What up, Game Over?
What's going on, bro? It's been a long time. I'm glad you're joining.
I haven't heard you, man. Goddamn, how you been, bro?
80 fucking years.
Yeah, you know.
It's been 90 fucking years.
I don't know, Game Over. I haven't heard from you in 1997.
You know, I've been busy.
Been busy, man?
Yeah, you know. I mean, I'm trying to slow.
You ready for Last of Us Part 2, man?
Yeah, you already know. I just put the video. I just put a very informative video out too. I think people need to go check that out.
Yeah.
Even though I've been dropping some crazy ass videos to where things is going on in the world, so my mind ain't even right. And so it's just to where I'm just focused, trying to.
You gotta either speak into the mic or something, bro.
Yeah, because it sounds like you're far away.
It seems like you're far or you're muffled.
Oh, you can hear me now?
No, we can hear you. It's just you're not loud.
You just sound like you're low. Yeah, you sound like your volume is not high enough.
Loud now? You hear me?
Nope, still the same.
Same. I hear you.
Great.
Score 2 is.
What are we doing? Oh yeah.
No,
Hey, somebody, you got any YouTube videos like for reactions? I've always wanted to watch more reaction videos, just never find the time to do so.
Like reactions to what videos?
Like, you know, like anybody that does reactions. I wanted to see if anybody did a reaction to Bloodborne. Oh, no, I just search it.
Yeah, just search it. You'll find a couple.
I don't want to watch anybody
I
because it's all fucking fake. But yeah, I want to watch.
I seen that couple.
You saw the Carman video? Yeah, that was a pretty dope video. I want to thank all 36, 35 people that are here. Thank you guys.
Did you ask Game Over what he thought about Oscar the Grouch?
No, we're not doing that.
The guy.
Trying to figure out. I wanted to check up on.
Jay, why you gotta be a funny guy, man?
No.
Jay already know it. No, Jared.
He's not doing that.
I'm gonna turn your audio up, bro, because your shit is muffled.
No, I got him all the way up.
You can hear me though, somebody?
I can hear you.
We can hear you. It's just
like
you're low and it's kind of like you're muffled. You might have to get a headset. But I guess I'll just go look at No, I just want to see No. You know one thing I wanted to do, Somatic?
You can hear me now.
What you wanted to do, Jay?
I wanted to go search Bloodborne PC on YouTube. I've never done it.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, I've never fucking, I'm dead serious. I've never done it. Yeah, I've never done it. Like, I've never watched anybody. Yeah, so I wanted to go over this, right? They wanted Bloodborne since they saw it 6 years ago. The game is 5 years old. PC fans are big fans of playing old games. That means that you can't really expect them to go out and buy a new console. They will literally wait until the console dies and then hope that the game comes over. This generation is the first gen where they immediately start begging for the games at the time they're revealed. Not at the time they're released, at the time that they're first shown off. They are looking at our conferences and they're just looking, hey bro, I want that. I want this. I want that. Hey, Sony, make it happen. You're going to make money over here. Again, not guaranteed. Not every game on PC is a fit for PC. But of course, if they put Bloodborne over there, if they put Demon Souls, it would sell. But what's the benefit for Sony? You no longer have a system seller. As long as you keep this game locked down, because it is your game and you funded it and you own the rights, they're going to have to buy the console that plays this game. That console being the PS4 and obviously the PS5. They're going to make sure that Bloodborne works on the PS5. Guaranteed. If Japan Studios and From Software are working to do the remake of Demon Souls, what makes you think that those two individuals didn't branch apart and do some touch-ups to Bloodborne so it could be ready and it could run smooth launch for backwards compatibility? That's what's going down. So there are some videos here that I want to watch, but there's a lot of videos over the last week where it seems like people are trying to say, hey, the game's coming to Steam, the game's coming to PC, but they don't really have anything. They don't. So I wanted to go to... This was the video. This was the video that started off. This was the video posted a week ago from an unknown... Nobody knew who the fuck they were. His name is PC Gaming Inquisition. He claims that Bloodborne would be coming to the PC. It would be announced at the Sony event. He also claimed that they would end the show with Demon Souls, but they didn't. They ended the show showing off this console, and they had multiple games shown after Demon Souls. It's so weird. Everything he said in it was a lie. The only thing that was true was Demon Souls because it was all but confirmed by the leak. Obviously, everybody and their mother knew Demon Souls was going to be shown off. Bloodborne was an addition to that leak. That's why it wasn't really a leak. It was a rumor. Now we find out that it was a lie. So this is the individual that started the new... So he says Q-Lock and Bluepoint are going to make the Bloodborne remaster, right? Why would Q-Lock help Bloodborne make the remaster when they don't have the experience Sony of Japan have? If Sony Japan and Bluepoint are making a remake to Demon Souls, why wouldn't that same combo of studios work on a Bloodborne remaster? See, you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Why would you make a remaster to a game that's already going to be backwards compatible on a PS5? That's where they lost me with this rumor. So he was completely wrong. He went to the comment section the day of the event. He started, backtracking, claiming he didn't say stuff that he did say. Then all the PC fans turned their attention to the PC gaming show in hopes to get in the announcement that was not delivered on Thursday's PS5 reveal. They looked at the PC gaming show event. They never got a Demon Souls announcement. They never got a Bloodborne announcement. And from what I understand, the PC fans now don't have a a date or event. They don't have a date or event when this would happen, but they're still holding off hope that Sony will do it by the end of the year when the PS5 launches. I just need to understand, why would Sony hinder the sale of their new system by announcing multiple PlayStation exclusives are moving to the PC? Wouldn't that give people a reason not to buy a PS5, which is supposed to have at least 4,000 games ready for backwards compatibility day one? So again, where's the benefit for Sony to put their games on another platform when it stops selling even their new platform? Because people now have newfound hope that they're just going to put everything on PC, which they're already thinking of. Ever since Horizon, ever since Neo, ever since Crash Bandicoot, ever since Death Stranding, there's a long list of games that had timed exclusivity, and now they're on PC or heading to PC. It's not a good message if it keeps fucking happening. And as far as PC fans, they believe anything. So yes, they're in a phase right now where they believe each and every game will eventually come over after what happened with Horizon, after what happened with Death Stranding. I've been telling people for months now, the messaging sucks. The messaging sucks. You gave these individuals, not us, you gave these individuals hope that Sony would put all their games on PC, and that's not true. Even with Persona 4 going over to PC, which had nothing to do with Sony. Again, that was Atlas and Sega. They still believe, hey, every Persona game is going over. I'm letting you know right now, every Persona game definitely will go over to PC. I don't know why they didn't just announce a collection of games going to PC and the Switch. Obviously, they wanted to put their feet in the water and test it out. From what I understand, I think Persona 4 on the PC is on track to get 2 million sold. One of the reasons is because they believe if they support this $20 port that they will get Persona 5, which is probably true. Again, if Sega feels that they need that additional money, they're going to try these different avenues. And again, as far as the big three are concerned, they replaced Nintendo with PC because Nintendo systems have always been underpowered, and you can't play every new game on a Nintendo system. So you have PlayStation, you always had it. You had Xbox for 3 generations. But now, instead of having Nintendo a part of the big three, PC is the big three. So if you were wondering why games continue to go to PC, the gaming industry regards PC as the big three. The weakest link, yes. Games don't always do well or look well over there as far as their ports, but it's better than the Switch that can't play most of these games regardless. But this guy, as you can see with the Xbox controller, he is claiming that you could play Bloodborne using the Xbox controller and that you would not be forced to use the DualShock controller. He was just all over the place with this rumor. He's talking about you could play it ultra wide. You're talking about you could play 8K, 100 frames per second. Sony just would allow this game to look and play so much better, sending a message that you don't need their new, more powerful system. Why would Sony actively do that? Even when it comes to Death Stranding, even when it comes to The Last of Us, Kojima never, Death Stranding and Horizon, Kojima and Guerrilla never confirmed that Horizon would be 8K on PC or 100 frames per second raw. Like, they don't do that.
They're going to cap it.
Yeah, they're going to cap the fuck out of it. They're going to cap. You sneaking in here like a fucking ninja every time.
Bro, I've been in here for 8 minutes.
And I didn't see you, bro. I didn't see you.
Hello, everybody.
You ready for that Ghost of Tsushima, huh? You sneaking around in the shadows.
Oh, yeah, see, The Last of Us, I'm not paying no mind. I'll play it eventually, but yeah. Ghost of Tsushima, I'm ready.
Yeah, a lot of... Hey, bro, look, I'm not trashing The Last of Us, but it is in the way for me to play the game I'm really, really interested in. I'm gonna love The Last of Us, don't get me wrong. Oh, shit, I do got that one picture I wanted to show y'all. I'm gonna love The Last of Us, but goddamn, bro, Ghost of Tsushima is a game I've been waiting for a very long time, and I never thought was gonna be made. You know, play a lot of Japanese games, and nothing quite like that.
Assassin's Ninja.
I wanted to see Onimusha come back, but then when I saw Ghost of Tsushima, I'm like, oh, fucking samurai
I
game.
think that if Ghost does good, the makers of Onimusha might rethink it. I mean, do
Think
you
that
remember what
Capcom?
happened with Neo? Neo was only created in that type of setting because Dark Souls was doing so well. And they was like, well, if we make a game like Dark Souls, maybe it'll do well. It did good, but it didn't do as well as a Dark Souls or a Demon Souls or something like that. But I think, bro, that Ghost of Tsushima is going to open the floodgates for other types of games like that from the Japanese devs, and I think that's a great fucking thing. No doubt that game's going to fucking hit milestones in Japan, but I think in the United States it's going to do a lot of numbers, UK as well. One of the last exclusives.
Ghost of Tsushima. Hey, yo, JayTech.
What's up?
I'm only in here for a few minutes, but check this out. So Microsoft put up a blog today.
They put up a what?
They put up a blog on their Xbox Wire website explaining how smart delivery works.
Okay.
Okay.
For real?
Yes, sir. I'm looking at it right now.
And they already said how it's going to work.
They want to continue that message.
Apparently, they had to come out and write an entire fucking blog about it.
Yeah, but they already basically Sony indirectly confirmed smart delivery at their PS5 event for games that's cross-gen. Literally, you're gonna get two versions. GTA was also a big. If you think Sony is not gonna do like the little smart delivery, which is cross-buy, which they've been doing since PS2 era, look at this game they showed with, right? GTA 5 has been on PS3, PS4, and will come to PS5.
Yeah, I know. That game needs to fuck off and die already.
But look, correct me if I'm wrong, but does your GTA Online progress travel over from PS3 to PS4? Because mine did. Like,
mine did too, bro.
Trash.
If you got it at a certain amount of time, you got it like launch or something. Yeah, you were able to transfer everything over, even from the 360 to the PS4.
So you see that last part, right? So, for example, they literally said when you get the PS4, you would get an enhanced version of GTA Online for free. Like, they said your data will carry over. So, right then and there, you're going to get GTA 5, a version for PS5, on PS5, with enhancements. How is that not smart delivery? They opened the show literally with basically, we're doing smart delivery by indirectly showing you. So they told you. But why they made this? It's the same reason they did that backwards compatibility thing. They want to say like the hardware is doing it for themselves, but Sony has to do game by game. That's why they're saying it. Basically, that's why.
Okay, so here's basically the breakdown of what Microsoft says in this post, right? So what does this mean for you, the player? Well, it means that if you purchase the Xbox One version of a supported title, we will deliver the best version of it to your Xbox One, as usual. If you decide to jump into next generation with the Xbox Series X, you will automatically provide the Xbox Series X version of the game at no additional cost when it becomes available. Won't need to do anything in terms of choosing a version to download. We'll take care of all of that. And it's not just limited to games that you purchase digitally. Physical discs of Xbox games can also support smart delivery if a developer or publisher decides to implement it. Below are a few different scenarios in which smart delivery will work across generations with the games and consoles you now own. And those you may own in the future. Smart delivery will ensure that only the best version of the game will be installed on your hard drive so you don't have to manage your storage space. The first example they gave was for Gears 5, and they go on to say this. If you own Gears 5 or are loving it via Xbox Game Pass now, you can play it today on Xbox One. Then, if you pick up an Xbox Series X this holiday, all it takes is a press of a button to download it, and you'll have the optimized version of Gears 5 available fucking on day one at launch with the console at your fingertips. When Halo Infinite launches alongside Xbox Series X and Xbox One this holiday, you only have to buy the game once and you'll get the best version for whichever console you own or both. If you pick up the Xbox Series X in your living room, Smart Delivery will recognize that and deliver the optimized version there. If you decide to move your existing Xbox One to a bedroom or the office, Smart delivery will recognize that too and deliver that version fucking you're playing on Xbox One. Now, this one here is kind of fucking hilarious. Lastly, some new and exciting fucking existing Xbox One titles, will be optimizing their games after the Xbox Series X launches. For example, if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 when it launches on September 17th, you'll be set to explore Night City on Xbox One. If you pick up the Xbox Series X at launch this holiday, you can play it on there too in compatibility mode, picking up exactly where you left off. Then, when CD Projekt Red delivers the Xbox Series X optimized version of Cyberpunk 2077, you'll automatically get upgraded once it's available at no additional cost.
That's it? Something they already said?
Yeah, that's it. That's the examples they gave.
I mean, it's good, but do you really think God of War won't do the same exact thing? Like, they're telling you backwards compatibility exists. That means you should be able to carry over your save. Look, I got a game, right?
Well, actually, it says right here, speaking of backwards compatibility, it says, as was the case with our backwards compatibility titles, you won't have to worry about losing any progress either, thanks to our commitment to compatibility across generations. To be assured that when you purchase a game on Xbox One today, your game library progression and entire gaming legacy moves forward with you if you jump into the next generation with Xbox Series X.
Okay, so, like I was going to say, I played this game called Dragon's Crown on my PS Vita. I knew that the game came out on a PS4 and 3, but I was playing it on a Vita. Long story short, I waited many years to get the game on a PS4. When I got the game on a PS4, and the reason why I waited, because I wasn't sure that I would be able to transfer my save data, which I spent a lot of time leveling up these characters. I got the game. To my surprise, as soon as I started the game, I had my game save data from the PS Vita from multiple years ago. I didn't know that was the case, but that was the case. So again, I think it's cool for their consumers to be educated on what they have, but I do think it's fucking stupid to pretend like you're the only person doing something. Because once it's widely known that you're not doing anything different than what Sony is doing outside of the name that you're calling it, you're going to be in another tight bind trying to show what makes your system different. So again, it falls upon the games, the new games. Not
Jay,
those.
they know already. That's why they tried with smart delivery. When Sony started with GTA, remember when Sony first announced the event? And then Microsoft responded with backwards compatibility. That's the only thing they have over Sony right now, literally. So that PS1 to 3 rumor, if that's not happening, Microsoft can hold that over Sony, because those are more games that's getting enhancements on the new system, even though you're supposed to sell a new system with new games. But yet, if Sony confirmed that's happening, then all they have difference now is higher specs, really.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what I'm saying. I think we don't need to wait for Sony to confirm shit. It's pretty obvious. I'll let you see. Let me see. There's a couple games. Yeah, here we go right here.
All right, I'm out of here, guys. Sorry, Jaytech.
Why you always leaving when I come here?
Yo, it's my bad, Smart. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I have to go and do some shopping, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay. But look, guys.
Right, later, guys.
As you know, you can upload your save to the PlayStation Plus server and shit like that. And then, let's say you was to get a new PS4, which I did have to do this, and I did do it. I was actively putting my game saves in the cloud, and then I would, I got my Pro, and then I transferred all my game save data. Or I used I also used the Ethernet cord to transfer, like the pictures, the games and shit, and it did work. There's ways to do that shit for the PS4 outside of the Ethernet. Like I said, you can upload them to the cloud, transfer them back when you start your new system. I think that they will have an enhanced version of that. Again, they're not going to call it smart delivery. It's just like Sony was forced to rename the share button because Microsoft took it, and they're calling it the create button. I like how Xbox is pretending that they're doing something completely different than what anybody else is doing. It is just really fucked up. Even Nintendo did this to a degree with Pokemon. You know, you play the cell phone version, but there was in some case I think you could transfer your Pokemon over, or you could transfer your Pokemon over from a 3DS version to another version. Was it widespread as what Microsoft is doing? No. But as far as what happened with the PS4, it was widespread. If I did save a game, let's say like The Legend of Heroes, that I started playing on a Vita many years ago before it started getting ported to the PS4 as well as PC, I could transfer my save data and continue playing the PlayStation Vita save. These things have happened all generation, and they've made it possible since last gen. So again, you know, they're telling people at one side, they're telling people you don't need to upgrade. You can play all your old games on the old system. Then they're saying, well, please upgrade because you can play all your old games on the new system. So it's really confusing messaging. Just for me, I think that they should kind of work on that.
Okay.
That's just me. I don't think they're gonna work on that. That's just, it is what it is.
I want you to see what I'm about to type in the chat. Like,
what up, JayTech? What up, everybody?
What up, yo?
What's going on, Yellow?
Bitch.
Good
shit.
Yo, can I ask you something?
Yo.
Do you remember when Sony announced the PS5 was backwards compatible with PS4, right? You remember when they said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said they're spending hours, you know, going over each game one by one to make sure it's tested and is ready for PS4.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck they gonna have time to deal with PS1, PS2, and PS3 if they have to focus on 4,000 PS4 games?
Again, the catalog's too big, bro.
That's why I'm saying I only believe it's PS4. Like, and I said for niggas don't get their hopes up for that, because I'm like, it would be cool. Then how would it be cool? Like Sikim was saying, when you go back, you don't want to play these games. The controls, the way they look, they might get enhancement, but still the controls and the way shit looks now, like.
Well, that's one thing I want to say, Spartan. We've got confirmation the Xbox One games will get enhancements. We did not hear shit about the 360 games, which most of the multiplayers have all been disconnected. So I don't know how they're gonna do the 360. I don't think I heard them say anything about it. But I know they've been talking about the Xbox One enhancements. Obviously, you got to sell that system. It's sad. It's just sad that this wording is trying to confuse people about what's really fucking going on. Like, it is what it is, man. I mean, if people want to fall for it, let them fall for it. But it couldn't be me, man. It could not be me. Too smart for that shit. Yellow go fall for it though.
Yeah,
One thing I'm falling for, bro, is these wild berry crunches I'm eating right now. So
I don't think I like that.
Captain Crunch, bro.
Goddamn right, wild berries.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like that, Yellow. We don't like it. I'm gonna post all these Bloodborne Demon Souls images.
But I ain't gonna lie, Jay. I like the hip hop gamer news, like he do across streams, like. But I think that backwards, he was like they doing like hardware spoofing, in which the console's like tricking itself into thinking like it's that system. Like it makes sense in a way based on the variable frequencies, like the PS5 can automatically change.
I just wanna ask everybody that, you know, no disrespect to hip hop gamer, but I don't want anybody to go into new days, weeks, months, and ignore what the fuck he said. From what I understand, and I didn't believe him when he said it, he was trying to say multiple generations would be backwards compatible with the PS5. And again, if they evolve PlayStation Now, that would be the case. We still have to wait and see when they're going to break that information down. I think it's such a big drop of news that Sony has to have it at a separate event. Because they did drop a lot of information on us. You know, a lot of info. So I think that he could be telling the truth, but Sony had no indication of talking about the past at this event, which is rightfully so. They said it was the future of gaming, so they made sure that they talked about that. I hope that they have an event where they're talking about, you know, some other stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like backwards compatibility at the future of gaming.
Yeah.
That made no sense. So when they say they have multiple events coming still and they have a technical breakdown, I think like he could have been on
I
time.
think that
Like,
Sony can kick Microsoft while they're down also. Because
how?
Microsoft's event is not until the middle of July.
I
Sony
thought it
could
was the
literally
beginning.
Huh?
I thought it was like July 8th or
Nope.
something like that.
It's the middle. Because right after theirs, Ubisoft has their shit around the 20th of July. So,
Wait, how to show something funny, Jay? Yo, you look at the day Sony had their conference, right?
the last day of E3.
Yo, and it's funny because Sony pulled out of E3 and
Yeah.
ended up being one of the big three to have a show.
Yeah,
during
yeah,
that time.
bro. I've been saying that shit for a while, bro. It's kind of like a FU. It's kind of like a FU to them, bro. It's like or maybe they didn't even plan on it that way, but it's still
They
funny.
plan on it, bro. That's Sony. They always plan on shit when they being evil, bro. Just like when they announced Insomniac during Microsoft's Gamescom.
Oh yes, that shit was funny. I mean, bro, I'm saying they can still smack the shit out of Microsoft anytime they want by saying, hey, Sunset Overdrive is on a PS4 and it will be backwards compatible on a PS5. I'm telling you, man, if Microsoft wants this fight, they got to bring everything in July because Sony will shit on them if they fuck up again, bro. I mean, they've already shitted on all of their 6 months of work. Their planning, their wording, their fake news bullshit.
Jay.
Yellow's four-legged. What happened?
Shut up, bitch. Read to your viewers, bro, what I sent you off of their Instagram post.
Oh, I really don't want to read. But I'm gonna read it. But I'm posting that shit again. This is from Josh Jones. And I quote: "Shame on you, Microsoft. I've been a loyal fan for over." Okay. I've been a loyal fan for over 10 years. I grew up with you. I stayed loyal. I defended you through thick and thin. Even though the 360s overheated, I was there with you. Even though the numerous red ring of death, I was there with you. Even as your exclusive content started to dying out with the new replacements, I was there with you. Even though the Xbox One with the only games we got were hand-me-downs from PC, I stood with you, knowing you must have been working hard for our new generation of games. I have lost faith in you because you have taken advantage of my loyalty. Taken advantage of the loyalty we had for you. Shame on you for betraying those who have been supporting you. Look, I skimmed through it, reading that shit. It's really sad because it's sad, but it's a good thing. He woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Crap Gamer woke up. Crap Gamer. It was a guy off Instagram that
there was an Xbox One X advertisement post on Instagram, right? And under the comments. That's what that guy put.
You said is the ad or is it on Microsoft?
No, it was an ad. It was an ad on Microsoft Instagram.
Oh,
sad, bro.
Microsoft, not Xbox. Okay.
Hold on. I think it was Xbox. I mean, they're pretty much the damn same thing, bro. To be honest with you.
No, bro. Microsoft Instagram I actually follow because
no, but he's talking about he was directing this to Xbox, whether it was Microsoft's Instagram or Xbox, he was directing this to Xbox, and I know what, like, that right there is crushing. That is crushing because 10 years is a long time to have your faith in any company, you know, and for them to gradually let you down more so one generation to the other. It's sad, bro. I feel bad that he didn't wake up soon enough. Even Crap Gamer was sticking in there for a long time. I don't know how legit MBG is, but it seems like he's stuck in there with Xbox for a long ass time too. A lot of people are waking up, and I hope that Microsoft can't just trick some of these individuals saying, "Hey, you can play old games on your new system." Like, okay, well, that's a given. PlayStation did 3 generations of in one system before,
and then moved on.
Yeah, and then they fucking moved on. PS3 had full physical backwards compatibility with the PS1 and PS2, and it was supporting the PS3 with a new format. Like, nobody fucking says anything about that. Oh, the PS3, it was a joke. It was $600, but it kicked your fucking ass. It came back. It made one of the most historical comebacks ever. No one could have made that comeback in the gaming space. Sega didn't do it. Nintendo never did something like that. When the N64 was getting his ass beat by the PS1, it never made a comeback. They tried, obviously, but they did not make a comeback. Same thing with the GameCube versus the PS2. They could not make a comeback against that giant. Right. So you got to give respect to what they did with the PS3. They made a comeback, and it's a hard thing to do in the gaming industry.
No, not just that, JTech, but the reason why they moved on is because people complained about them, but they would put out surveys and like say, what do you want? And people was like, newer games is not backwards compatibility. So what they did was they took it out, and how do Sony know that what they did was correct? As soon as they took it out, y'all started to buy it. Y'all didn't care if it wasn't backwards compatibility no more. Y'all started buying the PS2 classics off the PSN store. So they continue doing that. So when they say vote with your wallets or speak with your wallets, don't say you want backwards compatibility, because when they gave it to you, y'all didn't use it. So I don't want to hear shit from nobody that's talking about Sony didn't do this, they anti-consumer.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I will sit there and I will agree that there were a lot of people that was just worried about playing that generation. They were not worried about playing an older generation. I know that even when I went out and got some older games, I just didn't feel the same way that I felt when I was playing that game. What was the game called? Wild Arms? Anybody remembers Wild Arms?
No. I do.
I got Wild Arms. I think I got one and maybe two that was for the PS1. Bro, I was good on playing that shit on the Vita, but playing that shit on a big screen, bro, I was like, man, this shit don't remember. I don't remember it looking this bad.
This is what's crazy though, right? Like you clearly said, Jay, people are stuck in that generation, right? Mm-hmm. And as many times as I've shown you retro games and stuff like that, those generations are still relevant, right?
Oh yeah.
So, with that being said, granted, Microsoft has a different pitch, right? But my thing is this: if you're that concerned about that generation, right? Mm-hmm. Just buy that generation.
There you
feel what I'm saying? Because again, for my setup, I got a PS4 Pro, I got the Fat Boy PS3 that you're talking about that is fully backwards compatible. I got a plethora.
I think we got a super chat from Wilkins, but I don't know how long ago it was. Or was it brand new? No, it's still there. Okay, you said crap still the same white boy who called blacks spades, Asian rice eaters, and spoiled movies and games. Don't fall for the games white people play. Andrew Wilkins, bro, fucking legend. Bro, the thing is, all I say is that he woke up. I'm not saying the dude might not be racist or whatever. I don't know the dude like that. I'm just saying he woke up enough to know that Xbox is not where it's at. And it seems like a lot of people are going to do that.
No, it is where it's at for them. They're just saying it now because when they notice, like, if Xbox's biggest influencers are PlayStation, nothing would change. So they made a stand to like change because, and plus they were trying to gain subs. Like we all know that bullshit. Like, so basically, in Musclebound Gamer, I'm still not rating him. Like, fuck him.
Oh, you already know. I don't fuck with that dude, bro.
Who was the first one to come over? What the fuck was this guy named? Hardcore Xbox guy, Iron Wolf.
Bro. No, I got some fucking stories about him, but I ain't gonna dive into that.
But like when he came over, I was like, bro, that's bullshit. I'm still not ready. And then I got on a podcast with him, and he was wondering, why you so hostile? I was like, bro, it's not even a concert. It's just that people that do that phony shit. You know me, I'm from New York. I don't like that type of phony type behavior. So when I see people talking about they making the switch, they're not making no switch. They're just saying what they should have been fucking said. It took you this long Like that's why I never said I had no problem with Crap Gamer because he like what he like it's smooth. So I respect that people have a preference. But the problem I have was the clickbait.
Oh, Verge, don't worry, bro.
Either.
I know Crap Gamers doing it for money. It's just funny to sit back and watch the whole thing collapse.
I read the
because
comments, bro. I start watching his. I will go to the video, pause, and look at the comments, bro. Them niggas was genius with some of the comments they made. So, and then like just like the middle, like I was like before E3 last year, I really just started watching his videos because I was like, bro, it's getting depressing at this point. How do you cap for a brand that's like that's basically going nowhere?
yeah, bro.
Everything is
Look,
okay,
my problem was they knew for a long time before they made the switch. That's why I know you and me
right.
and everybody else know their switch wasn't legit. It was more, hey, bro, it's better to be on the other side to get these views. It's better to be on the other side. Maybe they'll subscribe to me because there are more people that own a PS4. So if I pander to the PlayStation community, maybe those motherfuckers will subscribe. If you guys are not understanding what I'm saying, go look at MBG. He got way more subscribers after he started to pander to PlayStation gamers. Nobody can look inside of his heart or mind and know if he's legit about it. But I would take a hard guess and say, nah, that dude switched over because he knew where he knew the winning side, and he knew the winning side meant the money side, and that's what he did. He took advantage of a lot of people. Why do you think he has a podcast, but he doesn't invite anybody from the PlayStation community? He's a fraud.
Okay, and notice that now we have the logo that's blue of his background. Now it's blue. MBG. Now he gets more information apparently on rumors on Twitter. I'm like, oh, so when you start fucking with PlayStation, now you getting like little information all around you leaking stuff, and you trying to become a source for people on YouTube. Like you trying to grow based off of PlayStation. You literally like bandwagoning just to gain subs and fan base. I'm like, bro, YouTube ain't shit, bro, because as quick as you have that channel, the quickest it could be gone. And let's believe that goes for anybody. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, PC. I wish BG channel get taken down. But like somebody like Saltier's Gaming, that's somebody I could deal with. Like Saltier's cool, but people like Mr. Boomstick and those dickheads like that, nah. But yeah, boy, Cole Eastwood. Cole Eastwood, me and Cole and Della, we don't have no issues. Never had an issue with them.
I don't know any of those dudes, but I can tell upon their demeanor and what they fucking talk about, bro. They're fraudulent.
No, and look, bro. You can be cool, and I'll let people know that nobody has a contract to this channel. Yella, Somatic, nobody. I have not paid anybody. We didn't write up any paperwork. Your opinions are your own, but I'll let you know right now, those niggas fake. What's surprising though is obviously they got most of their success off of the backs of what Crap Gamer started doing this gen, and they consolidated a lot of his viewers and subscribers once he moved over. So of course they're not going to stop what they're doing, and to the naked eye, they look real stupid. They're still capping for Xbox. Xbox is a sinking ship, but they're looking at it this way: we getting a lot of views. People still watching us. People still believe.
It's a business for them, bro. It's a hustle.
Exactly. So it's like they frauds as fuck. They fake as fuck. Deep down inside, they know Xbox ain't shit. Come on, we watched that conference and we don't know the damage yet. We will find out in November.
It's a proven fact, bro. If you're gonna sit, and I said this before, if you're gonna sit there and defend that platform, cool. I get it. I understand. Your money's invested into that platform. And that's where your friends are at. I get it, right? But calling a spade.
Andrew Wilkins said Boomstick can't stand MBG now, but he claimed neutral on Weapon Wheel. Boomstick, I think, was on the PlayStation Legion Sunday show months ago or last year when Big Money was getting a lot of people over here. He's not fucking neutral. He pretended to be neutral on our stream, and we did turn around and see that he wasn't. Xbot, with a lot of numbers behind his name, whatever that dude's name. He got the little Battletoads frog avatar. He came on to the Sunday show. He was very calm. He tried to be respectful. He tried to be neutral. Come to find out, that dude's a hardcore Xbox fan. Obviously, with a name like Xbot, you would know that he is still an Xbox. So look, you know, it's not my job to warn you guys about these individuals. We're all grown-ass men. We're adults. We both have eyes, hopefully. I apologize if you don't have two eyes. But, you know, you should be able to see if somebody's real or fake.
I mean, it's clear that the majority of these bots are fake, bro. Because like I said before you read that super chat, if you're defending that platform, besides your friends and your money being spent there, you're lying to your damn self. Point blank, period.
Exactly.
Point blank, period. There's no defending that platform. I don't give a shit. You can say what you want to say. Again, it's your own mind state. But in my eyes, there is no defending that platform. And you can play all those games on PC. And they basically now have a contract with Samsung to where you can use your Xbox One through Samsung.
Oh, that's
you know
gonna be. I mean, why make that contract again? You're trying to sell your. I don't understand. You're trying to sell your new system, and you're making so many reasons why you shouldn't be buying that new system. So many reasons not to own an Xbox Series X. It's not even funny. Buy a Samsung TV or keep your Xbox One. Like, you don't need an Xbox Series X. And this is not something I'm telling you. They're making it that way. Phil Spencer, the Xbox, game studio, they keep making games for the last gen system. Who's going to buy the new generation of the system? Adam said that they really are depending on these console sales to understand where they need to go with the company.
Well, but here's a good question, right? A lot of these guys are pro Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Xbox didn't come on the scene till around 2000, 2001, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? They came in, they made a mark in gaming history, whether you like the company or not. They have innovated some things. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm getting at is, before Xbox was a brand, what were these individuals playing on?
I'm probably gonna give the wrong answer, but I would say PlayStation.
It's either PlayStation or Nintendo or Sega, obviously.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh yeah, Sega. Yeah.
Okay, so how in the fuck are you gonna be a grown ass individual, right? That has, like myself, that has seen the evolution of gaming to where it was as in Pitfall, and Pac-Man and Pong off the Atari generations to what it is now, right? And you're discrediting what PlayStation has embedded for over 25 years, what Nintendo has embedded for fucking many, many, many years, right? And you're claiming Xbox is the best box when all they do is support multiplats.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how are you going to sit there and defend that platform and say that's the best console to ever come out, and all PlayStation games are the same, and blah blah this, blah blah that? This shit just baffles me, bro. It really does.
Yeah, I think we think this is the real history. It seemed, well, from what we understood, that because the PC fans were so familiar with Microsoft, they were some of the first adopters to the original Xbox. Also, Sega, because the controller was so similar to the Dreamcast. And that's pretty much because once Dreamcast went down, Microsoft, from what I understand, moved in and it was like, hey, bro,
they did.
Have some of these assets. Can we have this? Can we have that? They had a lot of Sega exclusives.
I want to say, I think the operating system was Windows CE.
Yes.
On the Dreamcast? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, they had a lot of Sega exclusives. You remember Dead or Alive and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was a nice little hustle. I mean, this person dies, you take their money, you take their bed, you take their clothes, their jacket, car. Hey, take it. They're dead, right? But I don't like when people say, hey, Microsoft did everything by themselves. Nah, they did their backs on a dead console. And
dying platform.
It was really, really fucking sad, too, if you know your gaming history. Just to think of that, Microsoft going into Sega Studios and saying, hey, well, you're dead. Can I have this? Can I have that?
Well, just think, bro. If the Dreamcast didn't die, the Xbox wouldn't be irrelevant.
Exactly.
Well, it wouldn't be relevant.
And people should understand that. Because it was not enough room for 4 people in a race. It was not enough room for 4 people. And Microsoft has done this for a long time. They never have their own ideas. They never have their own ideas. But yeah, even with the Kinect, I remember it was like an Indian person that made that technology. They went in and acquired the technology. Like they don't make anything.
Yep, there's a Coca-Cola factory out here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we went there. Me and my wife went there one time, and during the exhibit of you walking around and learning the history of Coca-Cola, which is pretty cool. They have these cameras in the wall, and as you walk by, there was a big TV vertically. You know what I'm saying? And it would show carbonated bubbles when you walk by, right? Through that camera. Guess what that camera was?
What?
A Kinect.
Oh shit.
That's what I had to tell people back then, bro. If you take that plastic off that device, right? That is a piece of technology, right? It's not something Microsoft created. Somebody else created. Microsoft bought it. But again, so many people were idiotic to the fact of, well, Microsoft created no, they didn't. Nah. They just had a vending wallet. They threw the money.
And they only did that because PlayStation had their camera. Like, they've always been chasing the success of PlayStation. One of the mysteries is why they didn't go full force into VR. They normally, they got into the console race because PlayStation was popular. They did the camera because PlayStation was doing the camera. Why, I don't understand why they didn't do VR. And it's not didn't. It's due. Because it doesn't seem like they will be doing VR unless they're. I could be 100% wrong come July. That could be their big shock that they're gonna have VR compatibility with a lot of these games and shit. But from what we've understood, we got like a big chunk of news from PlayStation. Now it's up to Xbox to show off their digital only unit, to show off their weaker unit, to show off VR support if they're gonna do it. I'm excited about July. But like I said to Spartan, I think that they could easily Sony could easily just destroy Xbox even further. They still got 15 additional days of this month. They could go hard at Xbox. You also have July. You also have the month of the early parts of July where you could show off another state of play. Again, the executives over at Xbox, Aaron Greenberg, Major Nelson, Phil Spencer, if he wants to say anything smart out of his mouth, be careful. You're not out the woods yet. Sony showed their hand, and it was a pretty big showing. Sony could still do a lot more. The end of this month or the beginning of next year. Interface, more details on games, price, a lot of shit. I just wish they would have let us pre-order the game system even without a price. I was just ready to put the money down.
You and me both, brother.
That's I don't care what anybody else's opinion is. Oh, it's too expensive, or I don't like this. Okay, don't buy it. It's more systems for the people that will buy it. Trust me, people will buy it. If $600 PS4 was selling at the rate that it was selling, trust me, it doesn't matter what the price of the PS5 will be. It will sell. Trust me, it will. The reason why the Xbox One didn't sell was not the price. It was because of what it didn't have and what it was trying to do. The hardcore gamers did not like Kinect last gen. That was for the casuals. That was for kids. I don't understand why they thought it would be a great idea to bundle that camera with that system. So, gotta see what they do in July. I don't think the July event has been recorded. I don't think nothing has been set in stone. So they're definitely gonna do a response to what Sony has shown. Obviously, they're gonna have to show off their camera. I already know about the new Kinect. They're going to have to show brand new IPs, exclusives that take your breath away. They cannot show indie games or exclusives that are indie in nature, that are lower budget games. You just can't keep doing that and expect people to buy your new system. Every game you show, since you have more teraflops, has to blow away every game that PlayStation showed, and I don't think they're capable of doing that. If they were, they would have did it the second half of this generation, but they gave up. That's what they did. They said, fuck it, it's over. We know that our fans are not buying these games. Let's just give them Game Pass. Maybe they'll play them for free. You know, they did so many things to force people to try to like them, and at the end, nobody gave a fuck. Let's go look at the chat real quick.
All right, brother. My daughter just got up, man. I'm gonna let you go.
Man.
All right, bro.
Read some of this chat. Yeah, again, Umar, the PS2 had the iToy as well as the PS3 had a camera before they came out with Kinect. They came out with Kinect after the PS3 camera. I'm really excited to see more about the camera. Let's go turn one of these into oh, I already got Twitter over here. Let's see what the gaming news is. Let's scroll down and see what's going down on the going downs. Okay. So from what I've been seeing, there's something really important that I want to talk about. We know what multi-platforms are. Nobody here is dumb. It does seem that Microsoft really wants to drive the force down that certain games shown off at the PS5 event will be available on their event. And those two games were both Resident Evil and Pragmata. We already knew that they were going to be multi-plat because Capcom announced it, but I don't feel that Microsoft or the Xbox company needed to be so petty that at the same day, around the same time that Sony showed off this stuff, that they needed to do that. I don't think they needed to fucking do that. It was really petty on their part. Pragmata is coming out much later. As far as Resident Evil, it's gonna probably be ready next year, but really low. It's sad that when you don't have any fucking games, you have to latch on to multiplats. You have to brag about them. You have to make sure people know, hey, it's coming to our system too. It's still gonna be made on our system. Like, it's just really sad. It's just really sad. I mean, that's what happens when you have no fucking games. You know, I don't think anybody sat up there and said you need to have fucking a system that only caters to multiplats that are on your competitor's system. Like, shit's not gonna sell. Damn, bro. A lot of the games PlayStation has shown off, or it's already sitting at over 1 million views. Something that Xbox Series X games couldn't even fucking do. It's very sad, man. Very sad. I mean, Sony just starting with that advertisement, that marketing. I can see it right now. They're making a lot of tweets. I'm not on a lot of other social media accounts, so I don't know if they're doing a lot of promotion for the PS5, but I know they have images and videos on Instagram, making sure people know. It seems like everybody can agree it was a great show. They like the design, they like the games, and we can't say the same thing for Xbox. I mean, fuck. Yeah, we can't say the same thing for Xbox. Xbox really left a lot of people disappointed. And it's alright. It's alright. I mean, it's nothing new for them. Okay, so, how do we do this? Back out real quick right here. We're going to share the screen. I got something important to show you because it's really gotten to the fucked up level. Get the Elgato out there.
What happened to everybody, man?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got a notification that Six Humor has went live. And that was about 20 minutes ago. So
who got a notification?
I got a notification on my cell phone that Six Humor went live on YouTube about 20 minutes ago. So people might have branched off. Guys, we're going to share the screen because I think you need to see what Xbox is doing. So let me get out of the slideshow. And let me get out of the top.
Leg show.
Let me get out of the topics. There we go. Good. Take a look at this. Hold on, Somatic. Take a look at this. So, this is Xbox official post. Obviously, Fatal liked it, and they say 97 other people liked it. And I don't know who the fuck they are. So this is, and I guess this is what Fatal was trying to tell us earlier. The Xbox had posted this. This was an hour ago. They say full checklist on how to unlock all great advantages of smart delivery. Step 1, purchase your game once. Step 2, automatically get the best version on your Xbox of choice. Step 3, that's it. Isn't that the case for the PlayStation? I have these games. 4,000 of these games will be backwards compatible, and all I do is make sure that there you go. I play it on my new system. I find it funny they're trying so fucking hard, bro. They're trying so fucking hard. The only difference about smart delivery is that if you buy a new game specifically made for the PS5, obviously it should not be running on the older hardware because you're trying to push the new hardware. Not just push it in people's homes, but push the boundaries of what you can do. Why would you downgrade your project just so you can compete with somebody that you don't need to compete with? You beat them last gen. The PS4 beat the Xbox One. Over 110 million people bought a PS4, right? Then you got the Xbox, which has never even confirmed it sit at 50,000. You beat the shit out of them. So if they're doing this like, hey, look, we got smart delivery. If you have an old system, you can still play it. Okay. But nobody cared if you could play any game on Xbox One, period. They just stopped buying the system because you didn't have good games. So now you're telling them that the new system you have, hey, don't buy it. Just buy Halo and play it on the old system. You know, buy this game, play it on the old system. The misconception about this is third-party developers will not fucking support this. Not all of them. Microsoft's going to have to pay big bucks. Just like they had to pay the third-party devs to put their game on Game Pass, basically making the game free for the consumer. You got to pay a lot of fucking money. Now, all your shitty-ass AA games, Halo, Forza, Gears, oh yeah, don't worry about that. However, if you really want to show off smart delivery, you can't show it off now when you're refusing to talk about the July event. So, we're going to go around the internet, I guess, with Xbox. Because we really need to figure out why they're bragging about all of this stuff that they can't show. So, again, they tried to hype up Xbox the day before the PS5 event, and this was June 10th. The PS5 event was June 11th. Then, on the Monday, after this amazing weekend the PS5 had, you're starting to brag about smart delivery, right? So you're talking about all these games you showed at your shitty conference that did not make people want to buy your system, and you're telling them that they could play that shit on an old system. So how are you fucking advertising a new one? I don't understand. Basically, you're saying don't buy the new system. You can keep the old system and play it there. If you want to talk to me about pro-consumer or that's good for the consumer never asked for that. Let's be honest. We know what backwards compatibility is. That's one thing we knew the system was going to have. But telling people not to buy the new system because you can play the new games made for new generation hardware on your old hardware, That's fucking weird. You're giving them an incentive not to buy the new hardware. That's why it says Xbox. Why do you think it's not an advertisement for Xbox Series X? Because they're just promoting Xbox. And then you're making a confusing message to the casual moms, dads, uncles, aunts, grandparents that might want to go out and buy an Xbox system. And GameStop officials, Best Buy, Walmart, all of these people won't know how to really market the system to these casual consumers. Because what are you going to say? Well, if you don't have to buy the new one. You could just buy the old one and play all the games. And then Tommy gets an Xbox One even though he has an Xbox One. Or Tommy gets told by mom, dad, uncle, aunt, grandparents that, hey, you don't need the new system. You can play all your old games on the system you already have. We're not going to buy a new system. So for all the kids or for all the teenagers that don't have your own job or have your own money, right, and you can't afford this new system, please don't tell your parents or your loved ones to buy you this new hardware, because when they go to the game stores or these retail stores, they will be very confused if you don't walk them through the differences of these systems and give them a very good reason why they should go to the next generation. Think about that shit. Again, we watched this whole trailer together. You're going to say shit about Xbox Series X. You lost. And I think they know they lost. Again, their event is planned for the middle of July. I think that Sony will have at least one or two more surprises either at the end of this month or the very beginning of July. I don't think that they're going to let Xbox do their event in the middle of July and then wait until after. Nah, I don't see them doing that shit. I don't see them doing that. Not the way the Sony has been operating. They're not doing that. You're not going to give them any room to breathe. And that's how you're supposed to win a war, win a competition. You continue to strike even when your enemy is down, to make sure they're down permanently. Okay, I'm reading the chat on my phone real quick, guys. Let me go get some breakfast. I'm in the chat. Hold on. The stream isn't muted. I'm fixing breakfast. Don't worry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me see if I can hear my voice for 85 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Let me see if I can hear my voice. Chat wasn't muted. I was just away. For 85 minutes. So, let's go back over this. We're gonna head on over here to N4G. Again, I've been permanently banned for many years on N4G because it's basically an Xbox website ran by a lot of Xbox moderators. My IP was banned, so I can never make an account. Xbox Series X July. Keep that shit a capital. Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, they not letting me search shit? Xbox Series X. I'm confused. Why are they not popping up any articles for July? I thought everybody knew about the July event. So maybe I fucking do something over here then. What the fuck? Games, community, Xbox support. Xbox 2020. I thought it was like it's an event called Xbox 2020. Am I mistaken? Nope. I knew I wasn't mistaken. Xbox July. So there's a July event, but you don't see a lot of information about it. Of course, the Xbox fans are going to brag about it, but Microsoft themselves stopped bragging about it. Yep, from what I understand, from what I'm seeing right here on it, just a glance at Twitter, Microsoft themselves, I don't think really talked about the date. If they did, I can't find it on Twitter. It's probably better to go to Xbox, the website, and type in Xbox 2020. It was an event. They were planning events for every month. There's no reason why they shouldn't have an event this month, but from what I understand, they're not. We still got 15 more days. They can still do a lot. They say starting with May, 7 episodes of Inside Xbox, we will be showcasing what happens next in the world of Xbox. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. So, how to join Xbox 2020 on May 7th. Okay. And then we're going back to the past. We don't want to go back to the past. They were supposed to have an event in May, June, and July. Talking about cancellations, delayed because of COVID. May 7th. May 7th update, blah, blah, blah. Smart delivery. Xbox Series X optimized. Talk about watching the stream in 4K. Well, we can't even find information where we're supposed to. They're supposed to have a July event. None of it doesn't seem like I can find it. I got an idea. I got a great idea. I can't do anything with this. Oh yeah, that'll work. Xbox Series X July event. Okay, then blah blah blah. Okay, Microsoft's getting radar. And open that up. Tom's guide. Let's confirm the live event. 1 and 2. Okay, let's see how they're advertised. Let's go back into it. So guys, before I get up out of here, we roughly got under 30 minutes. I did want to take a look at how they're advertised. We do got multiple websites up to talk about the July event and try to see if we can find a time. I'm under the impression that it's happening in the middle of July, anywhere between the 17th and the 18th. I could be completely wrong and they do it on July 1st, but I don't know. So this is the PS5 page, right? I'm not signed in, so I'm not having that problem where it keeps refreshing, which is awesome. So this is the PS5 page. You know what the games are, very familiar faces. They started out the show with that. They continue to do so, which leads me to believe that they have a lot of new IPs that are first-party exclusives, but they put out the new IPs that are time exclusive first, and I think that was pretty smart. That means that they still have surprises left. And Jim Ryan did confirm that they have a ton of unannounced games that they're working on. And I like hearing that shit. Again, if you think the July event is going to show you the exclusives and that PlayStation doesn't have anything else besides what they showed on June 11th, you're sadly mistaken. Now, we're at the Xbox official page, the Xbox Series X official page. We're going to scroll down and see if they show any games. They show the box. They're talking about the hardware. Right? They're talking about backwards compatibility. Right? They're talking about the most powerful console ever. Talking about the specs again. Again, same exact page, you know, but it's supposed to be a gaming page, but they're talking so much about the specs. I'm not lying to you. This is their official page. I have nothing to hide. This is their official page. It says it right there. It says consoles, Xbox Series X. Did the same thing with the PS5. Still talking about specs. Then they get to the games, but they're talking about old games because they're showing Gears 3. And then we scroll down to the optimized section, and they're just talking about games that are going to be multi-plat, that are optimized. Medium seems to be a console exclusive for Xbox. Dirt is going to be across multiple generations. Medium is also on PC day and date, obviously. And then they talk about smart delivery and 4K. Cross-gen. This is cross-gen because this actually came out in, I think it was 2014 or something like that, 2015. Game's been on PC for a long time. Bright Memory's been on PC for a long time. I don't know what this is, so obviously it probably came from PC. Indie game, interesting. It's also going to be on PS5. They show the controller, they show the buttons of the controller, and then they say coming 2020, holiday 2020. Right? So completely different type of message that you get from Xbox. Sony
Man, that looks like a great lineup.
Yeah. Which one are you talking about? Xbox?
Yeah, the one you're looking at.
Well, shut the hell up. My foot.
Promising new IPs. Wow.
So again, same exact page, but this is PS5. Look at how they get to the point. Show you the console, both units. Give you a video of the console. Give you the messaging. Let you know everything that's out. The controllers, the charging unit, the camera, the remote control, the headsets, the digital and physical unit, again, from a different angle. Quickly talk about the speed. Quickly talk about how that's going to translate into how the games are going to look. Also, the immersion with the controller and the 3D audio. They go straight into games, talk about the games, got a montage video right there. Then they have fan favorite games right here. Bam, done. Like straight to the fucking point. And yeah, they do end up with the controller. Like Xbox ended up with the controller. Right? But if you go to this page, they talk so much about the specs. For a lengthy amount of time, they continuously talk about the specs. It's like they're treating us like PC gamers, bro. Like, It's almost like they never stop talking about the specs. And they're all the way at the end they talk about the games, and they show games that are already on other platforms or show games that are cross-gen. When you have a system to sell, you're going to make games for that system so people have a reason to buy it. It's very simple. That's what you do.
Aren't some of those PS5 games cross-gen too?
Yeah, but not the exclusives. Only the timed exclusives. So, Ratchet and Clank, not cross-gen. Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, Gran Turismo 7, Returnal, Sackboy, they're not cross-gen. And they're missing some exclusives too, but they had 9. But long story short, bro, Sony got the message out there. They went straight to the point of the games, and then it's over. It's a completely different page than Xbox. It's so sad, bro.
Good looks, man. I didn't realize it was that different. It's like that whole other thing is like a Wikipedia.
Exactly, and nobody gives a fuck, bro. If you're a gamer, you don't care. You want to get straight to the games. Let me see what the system looks like. Let me see what the console looks like. Bam, let's get to the games. But hey, that's how their fans are conditioned at this point. They're conditioned to only give a fuck about the specs. They don't care about the games. However, the specs don't matter because they're telling you can play your games on the older platform. So none of that shit matters. Really, really weird way to advertise your system. Like you wait until July to talk about the games. Sony's been talking about the games for a while now, but as far as their new system, when they revealed it, they started talking about the games. They waited until the end of the show to talk about what the system looks like. And I think that's just a traditional, smart way to do it.
Hi, my people. Hello, Vitor. That's a good UFC name, Vitor Grego.
What's going on, Vitor? What's going on, man? How you doing? I'm looking at my foot right now. I'm trying to eat breakfast.
You could eat your breakfast on top of that Xbox Tower, actually. Plate would fit perfectly.
I know, man. I mean, you could put a lot of shit on top. It's kind of like you could make it a table if you really wanted to. It's just so... It's so plain, man. It's really like a plain system. Never saw anything like it. So boring. I call it boring pack.
They got the last 2 bangers out the way for PS4.
That's illegal.
That's a great point. You still got 1 banger left, technically.
And what banger is that?
Ghosts of Natsushima.
Oh, yeah. That's illegal.
It means invent Bible. I gotta look that word up. I learned something new today.
I think what you're saying is illegal, but I'll allow it.
Look, man, I'm expecting that Halo Infinite gameplay to bomb, so that's kind of what I'm waiting for, just judging from what Adam told me and stuff I've been reading about it.
I think what you're saying is illegal, and I want to let you know that, okay? But I
Good.
can't. I'm just letting you know. I personally can't let you know.
Oh, Invincible, gotcha.
I don't think that
Really?
Halo will bomb. I think Halo will be one of the most successful Halos ever inside of a generation. And
I'm not saying it won't sell well, but I mean critically, I don't think it's gonna break past 84, whatever the recent one's done.
You're gonna understand what I'm talking about.
You know what? I hope they make the Xbox $50 so it can severely undercut the PS5. How about that?
I hope they do that shit too, bro. I hope they do that shit too. But still, what's the whole point of spending additional money on a new system if you could play all your games on an old system? If you're not an adult, it's gonna be hard to sell it to your loved ones for them to buy that shit. And as you guys know, kids, teenagers, they make up most of the gaming industry nowadays. How are you gonna get your parents to buy you a new system that can play the games that already exist? How do you market that to your fucking parents? Seems like a hard sell to me.
Unless they make it really cheap, because I know they got the other series version.
Well,
but they're saying it's not going to be as powerful as the one they just showed.
Oh, we haven't even started talking about that one. I think you can easily sell that one, yeah. But if
was
this
weird to me,
is
I'm like, why
another
they
thing, bro. If
different,
you
like-
have that one, then why this one? You see, I'm just so confused about how they're marketing this shit, bro. It seems like a fucking disaster to me. Like, it just seems really, really fucking bad. I don't know, bro. Like, you got a weaker system. You don't need a powerful system, but you spend all this time bragging about the powerful system. But you already have older systems that can play the fucking new games. So why even introduce a weaker system that your last generation system is more powerful than? Like, it is confusing when you think about everything they're trying to do at the same exact time. It's just really, really illegal.
I was asking them, like, why they launch this system if they're coming out with xCloud, right? You theoretically wouldn't need the system anymore if xCloud is ready and good to go.
Yeah, hey, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I can stream that to my phone and put that through the TV. Like, why would I need a system?
Hey, I don't know. I think that what we just did, they spend way too much time talking about specs, and just in general, I think they spent way too much time talking about specs. I'm not saying people don't like it, but how does that translate into what you're pushing your system for? And how can you do that when you're already confirmed every game can be played on older systems? That means you can't.
They're trying to say it doesn't matter, then why are we hearing so much about it in terms of detail? Like, we want you guys to play anywhere. We don't care what system you're on. Then why are you trying to push this shit?
There you go. Like, bro, this is the type of shit that happens when you know you're defeated and when you know you have no hope of winning. You just don't make fucking sense. It's like they just want people to even acknowledge that they're in the market, bro. And it's so depressing. I think this is way worse than whatever happened with Sega in their last days on the market, bro. This seems to be way worse.
Sega went out with dignity.
Exactly, bro. Wow, bro. So bad. This is just, it is not good. This shit ain't good at all.
This is just a flat out cash grab without any dignity whatsoever.
That's what it is. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. A cash grab.
Say, hey, just pay for our services, man. It doesn't matter where you play it. Just give us money. That's all I hear when I read.
This dude said, just give us money.
I'm like, why do I need to give you money? I don't see anything enticing. Like, most enticing things they have are the $15, $20 games at the moment.
So fucking.
You got Cuphead and you got Ori. I mean, Ori being the most recent one.
I mean, they didn't even show their digital unit, but you wanted to show your console 6 months ago. You see what I'm saying? Like, you tried to one-up Sony, and legit, bro, Sony one-up you. In fucking 3 days. They shitted all on everything you did for 6 months. Everything you tried to do for 6 months, PlayStation came along and shitted on it. And you're going to wait until July to try to say, hey, look at this. Do you care about it now? Bro, people's focus is going to be on the PS5. If I was them, I would not be waiting until July to show off what I got. I would move that event up to the beginning of July or the end of June. I mean, you do not want to give people like PlayStation any fucking time. Ghost of Tsushima's out there. The Last of Us is out there. It's solidifying why you buy a PlayStation system. To play great games. And you cannot fucking display that. Gears is not even good anymore. People are tired of Forza. You brought it out every fucking year. Last Halo they brought out, people did not give a fuck about. I don't see this future where Halo Infinite is going to be such a great game that it rises Xbox up from the ashes. I don't see that happening. I know they want that to happen, but I don't see that happening. Unless they make that game exactly like Destiny.
I know that will not go over well.
It won't. Exactly. It'll be just like... What was that game that came out next to Lawbreakers. Remember?
Oh, Battleborn.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Battleborn, Lawbreakers. They came out and they were almost similar to Overwatch, and Overwatch just didn't even fucking pay. Like, Overwatch was so big at that time, nobody cared about those other games. They completely flopped as soon as they were released. Like, don't. But I know that's what they're gonna do. Because Halo as is would be outdated. Nobody wouldn't care about it except for the hardcore fans. I don't see PlayStation fans saying, I'm going to need that Xbox to play a classic style of Halo. Nah, I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to have to do something different, something bold, something unexpected. But they better not copy off of Destiny. Because Destiny isn't going anywhere. And it's free to play. Yeah. I don't know if Microsoft foresaw Destiny doing that with their game.
They just released a press thing like 39 minutes ago. Did you see it?
Who?
Xbox.
I think somebody told me about that, but what did they say?
Yeah, it's from their site. I'll just read the gist of it. Here at Xbox, you're building the future of gaming by putting players first and ensuring that you are at the center and in control of your gaming experience. Whether you're exploring an expansive library of Xbox Game Pass titles with more than 10 million of your fellow gamers, or taking your gaming on the go with Project X Cloud, it's clear that the future of gaming is brighter than ever, period.
So basically, don't buy Series X. Play it anywhere else.
I mean, it's just what we were talking about. Like, wait a
play it
minute.
on your phone, play it on your tablet, play it on your TV, play it on the old generation. Don't buy Xbox Series X. Oh, shit, we got a weaker version of Xbox Series X. Buy that, but don't get the most powerful Xbox Series X. So why do you put all this money into the most powerful system on the market? It's the same shit that happened with the Xbox One. You made this amazing, powerful system, and then you started telling people you don't have to buy it. You can play it anywhere. You can play all these games on PC. Like, do you guys understand how stupid their strategy was? Come on, bro.
It's like they're expecting not to sell. That's just the way I'm looking at it.
That's
Like,
what I'm
they're preparing
saying.
for the
It's
worst.
like they have admitted defeat years ago, and I think you're right. They're just trying to grab as much cash on their way out. Xbox fans are going to be burnt next gen. We said it this gen. I had a thought about it in the beginning of this gen that they would leave the game market, and a lot of Xbox fans would be mad because they would abruptly leave. But they could not do that because it probably would be a lot of lawsuits. So what they're doing is they're trying to ease their way out of the console market by telling you, yeah, we're on our way out, but you can play all these games everywhere else, so don't worry about it. We're going to be here with you in spirit, but we won't have a body anymore. And that body is a console. So I believe this is the last form of the Xbox. You might not want to believe it, but think about it. They're gearing you up to play these games anywhere else but an Xbox console. PC, cell phone, tablets, smart TVs. And we're talking about their newest games. PlayStation only did that with PlayStation Now when they introduced it, but they were doing that with their older games. They did not do that with PS4 games. That's why there was still a reason to buy a PS4 this generation when they introduced PlayStation Now. This time around, it just seems like they're giving you so many options that the Xbox Series X will be your last option to buy. And I do expect that system to be expensive. Probably over $500. I mean, they have enough money, the company of Microsoft, they have enough money to undercut, but I don't know if that's what the goal is. From what I heard, Phil Spencer has to sell this fucking system. They put too much money in it. They cannot just let this shit flop. That's why I'm so confused about them giving out all these options not to buy an Xbox when they have to sell the system to stay afloat.
It's just a disguise. That's all it is.
A disguise for what?
You put his dumbass smile, act like you're consumer friendly, but at the end of the day, you just said it. They want to sell the system.
Yeah, it's kind of like a. Is it like the Blue Ocean strategy? Like Nintendo was.
I don't know what that is, but
It was what
I'm thinking
Nintendo
of like
did
red
with
herring,
the Wii.
that type of shit.
Like the Wii sold very well, but they didn't market it as, it selling very well. It was unexpected success. Like the Wii sold over 100 million, but nobody expected it. Like it was a weaker system. They didn't really do a lot. I don't know if they think that that's going to happen, but the Nintendo games were always on Nintendo though. Like, so I don't think it's like Blue Ocean because see, even the Wii had exclusives. Like, come on, man. I just don't understand, bro. It's so confusing.
The Wii was just an aberration with all these people that weren't even into gaming getting into it.
Yeah, with the athletics and like, all that dumb shit.
Parents, aunts, like everybody was on that shit.
I don't see anybody buying the Xbox Series X. After they announce that price, they're going to be like, oh yeah, okay, I'm glad you gave us these options. I'm not buying that shit. It's kind of like Game Pass. Why would you ever go back to buying full price games if you can just wait for them to go to Game Pass? Or if you're, you know that they're going to Game Pass.
The only way you do that is if your sales are terrible, and from what we know, their sales are terrible.
Before I get up out of here, I'm going to go through the 5 different articles to see if we can find out when that July event is. Blah, 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 blah. All we know from this website, it says July. I'm going over here to Games Radar, see if they got a date. This was 6 days ago. Something, July. In July, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you in July. And making sure people know to look at July. But you have to get through June to get to July, and it's going to be a horrible June for them with The Last of Us being hyped up and the PS5 being hyped up. Again, bro, I do not think they should have waited until July. Sony already took the lead, bro, and it only took 4 days. Nothing on this website. Nothing here. People are just talking about July. They're saying a July event. They're not giving like a when it would be in July. I don't see that they can do a week notice. You know, like they would have to do a day's notice. They would have to do like multiple weeks in advance to let people know. Because that's how, like, people don't really care about Xbox. If you looked at the views of the reveal of Xbox console versus PlayStation's new console, there were way more views for PlayStation because way more people cared. And it completely trumped the views of a 6-month-old video in 3 days. Actually, in less than 3 days. I think it might have been the first 24 hours that it had 12 million views. And it's sad. Because the Xbox video is at 12 million views and it's 6 months old. The PlayStation video last time I checked was at 21 million views. Could be a lot higher now. Guys, let me go refresh the Last of Us before I head off to work. Today is Monday, which means it's a new week. This is the week of The Last of Us. A lot of people will be reviewing the game. The game score could go high, it could go low. It seems like I successfully refreshed the page. We're still sitting at 89 critic reviews. The game is still sitting at a 96. So I will keep my eye on this. I want to thank everybody for joining this morning, well into the evening. Remember, next Saturday I will not be doing a PlayStation Legion podcast at 1 p.m. because I'll be doing the interview with King Thrash around that time, something like that. So I'm going to get the time from King Thrash. He will announce it later this week. But that's what I'm going to do. Asa Gaming, Umar, Israel, I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. Nikub, Vitter, Jamar Bates, Boca Loca, everybody that's been here, Enzo, Vegan VR King, obviously, Andrew Wilkins with those amazing super chats, very funny super chats. I want to thank everybody for supporting us today, this morning. We will probably be back tomorrow if all things are considered. I'll see you guys later. You can catch me on Twitter. Obviously, you can catch me on the community section on my YouTube page, Discord, which I'm going to work on getting you that link right now. And, of course, the PSN. You can catch me on there, too. I got a Twitch. You can follow that. If you haven't subscribed, but you normally watch the live streams, you might want to subscribe and click the notification buttons so you can be notified when we go live. So let me get the link for the Discord real quick.
Item 4 isn't in here.
Yeah, it seems like all we got today was like Star Wars, which I could care less about. I'll go watch the
Got
trailer.
VR compatibility.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm really wondering, will Xbox incorporate VR next gen? They have a powerful ass system. I mean, they didn't even start though with that. Think about that, Sam. 6 months and you had no indication that you would incorporate VR?
No, they're not going to get into it unless it's guaranteed money. You know how they work.
Okay, there's the link. Thanks, Vitter, for being a yearly subscriber, man. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Adam is probably sleeping. It was a big day for him yesterday. There's the link to the Discord. If you haven't become a member of our public PlayStation Legion Discord, go check us out. Of course, we share pictures, gameplay clips, live stream information, obviously, links to news, memes, all of that shit. Have a great day.
Can I throw a free promo in here?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Since you're leaving, right, guys? I'm gonna be on like maybe in an hour streaming Neo or something else. You guys want to keep chopping it up about PS5, whatever else is on your mind. You could always stop by. My Twitch is the same as my name.
I'm gonna get Boca Loca's link right now. So let me go get his link. Cause you were there. You go, Boca Loca.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like he goes to work, I work later, so it kind of works out.
Yeah.
In whoever's favor, you know what I mean? Like if you want to keep talking about this topic or whatever else comes to your mind.
So again, you know, this is the PlayStation Legion. We have multiple members, so you know you can check Boca Loca out. You can go to my Twitch page to see Adam. Adam is also on there. I featured both of them. So if Boca Loca is online and you haven't followed him, but you follow me on Twitch, you will see that he's featured on my channel most of the time. So, you know, that's Boca Loca's link. You can go check that out. He's going to continue the discussion of games. And I might pop in from time to time on Discord. So, you know, I might be at work or on the way to work or coming back from work. And he has his Discord there. And if he does, and that'll be cool. It's a motherfucker.